I hear you. All right, you ready to move on?
Yeah, here we
I'm
go.
over this Reese's talk. All right, let's move on to some Breggy news.
Oh, I started paranormal trash. That's
God damn it.
Oh my god! I started paranormal trash. What's up, Lucky Kimbo?
Well, you got more going on in Periscope than I do. Shit.
All right,
All
breaking
right,
news.
here
Here
we go.
we go.
Your first news article of the day comes from the Daily Star. Ghosts can chat to us on the smartphone app, says paranormal researcher, and I say bullshit. Anyway, here we go.
Bull. Yo, this picture definitely is implying something naughty.
Yeah, dick
You
pic.
know, I didn't
Here
want
we
to say
go.
it, but that's
Whatever,
definitely
man. What the three people watching?
that's a Getty stock dick pic picture
Yeah.
right there, for sure.
But wait for the Daily Star to be creative. All right, here we go. Kim Johnson, a paranormal investigator from Alabama, said modern ghostbusting tech can help pinpoint hauntings. The ghost fanatic said she got into spirits in 2008 after she moved into a quote unquote haunted house. Kim describes herself as pretty logical and skeptical, but believes there's sometimes things you experience that you have no other explanation for.
Sure.
She said the first thing we do if someone thinks they're having paranormal activity is use an EMF, electromagnetic field meter. I determine if there's an electrical issue in the house. She goes on to say, if you don't have an EMF meter to detect these different electromagnetic waves, then there are apps that have that built in. That's not real.
Yo, not real. Yo,
That's
this
not
stuff
real.
drives me bonkers.
Your phone is not built to be an EMF meter.
No, man, it doesn't have that capability. And
that app is bullshit.
Yo, so Daily Star. Here we go. I'm just gonna be mean. I don't care.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Let it out.
So Kim Johnson from Alabama. I don't know how you got picked by the Daily Star to talk about this, but I can't understand the audacity that you could just rattle off information like it's fact. I don't understand. What makes you think any of that's okay?
Right.
Chris.
And here's the other underlying issue is that people
Yo,
get
George
these
just says Kim Johnson's full of shit. Oh man.
I mean, the underlying issue is that these people buy these apps and or a free app whatever, and they're quote unquote paranormal researchers or ghost hunters or whatever. Nobody knows what the fuck these apps do, and most of the time they do nothing. An app is created for entertainment purposes. It doesn't detect ghosts. It doesn't detect an EMF in your house. It's bullshit, and people keep purchasing these thinking they work, but because the app is designed to give you a spike here and there, or give you an EVP here and there, or they have like the thermal imager ghost hunting apps. Every once in a while, it'll probably like come up with a fucking somebody walking through your fucking house that's not there. It's
Yeah,
all
those thermal unless you buy a peripheral camera, those thermal imaging things are just taking the image on the camera and altering the colors. If you were in a dark room, which you would pick up thermal imaging, IR light, um, it would pick up nothing. It's not actually picking up IR. It's just, I mean, listen, man. Am I gonna fault some guy for making an app and making a buck or two?
no.
I guess not. But
But if you're the person buying this app, realize
you're getting ripped off.
She claims she's logical. No, you're not.
Damn,
You're not.
you're not. The Long Island just came out.
It did because
You're not.
I'm getting angry. So let me finish the article. So
Go ahead.
she continues by saying one of the apps is made by Laxton Ghost. This is her quote. There's some researchers out of Sweden. Okay.
All right.
That app has several tools in it, and I find that one useful because it's built by genuine researchers and not people who are just trying to have fun or make an app that's kind of a joke. Oh,
Oh, it's hilarious.
no, that's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly who they are.
Right.
Anyway, she added that high EMF readings are linked to hallucinations and paranoia, so the first thing to do is rule out the paranormal. Rookie paranormal investigators can now also call upon the aid of a teddy bear with an EMF meter built in. Boo Buddy Bear comes dressed in an uncanny boiler suit and glows red if it detects electric fields. Kim said, We were standing out in the middle of the woods of this mining village, and the bear's belly starts glowing red. We ruled out that there was anything electrical around to cause it to do that. One of the people with us said she felt like there was a little girl holding her hand. She was holding Boo Buddy in one arm, then the other felt like a little girl was holding her hand. It was recorded questions inside of it. We've used that. We've used. Well, this is written like garbage. Basically, she also uses spirit box. Kim said the theory goes that spirits can manipulate that white noise to communicate with us real time when we could hear them. We could ask questions and they hopefully will respond. My favorite spirit box app that I'm using right now is Sono X10, which is one of those apps that just has a sound bank. There's also a
Sono X10.
There's Sono X12 for people on Android. Kim added that sometimes she explains to spirits that she wants to chat with how to use all the various equipment. Some of my friends would kind of giggle at me because I felt we need to do this. She said, supposedly once you pass on, you're on the other side. You're kind of all-knowing, and you don't need those explanations, but I still explain it anyway. Great, you're talking to an app that doesn't do shit.
Right. And I mean, that Boo Buddy, like, yeah, it it does detect electromagnetic energy, but it has a ranged field, and there's a multitude of things that could set this thing off, including cell phones sometimes, on some EMF detectors. So, I don't know, man. Just another case of someone who's not doing their homework.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Taking the teacher and me and killing me.
Yeah, it's garbage.
You want to move on?
Yeah, let's move on. I'm done with that. Garbage.
Oh my god, what is this huge sound? All right, so this is...
What do you got going? What? Oh.
I got the bar, okay? I wasn't able to get the original video, but I got this other shitty video, okay?
Well, this also comes from the Daily Star.
And Daily Star's on fire. First off, look at this lovely piece of dust floating around here.
Big piece of dust. So the paranormal activity has been recorded on CCTV at a Lincolnshire bar, and according to its owners, the ghosts are boozers. Spooky footage shows ghostly orbs floating through U.S.-style bar and grill Whitham and Blues in Lankrick. The unexplained apparitions appeared from a dark corner in the 300-year-old building just days after a customer reported a glass moving across the table by itself. General manager Maddie Taylor also said her 2-year-old daughter, Luna, was terrified after spotting a scary lady after closing time. She said, quote, I was standing talking to one of our assistants and Luna ran ahead to go out the fire exit we used near that table as we were getting ready to leave. But all of a sudden, she ran back, clung to my legs, and said, Mommy, there's a scary lady, and pointing near the fire exit, but there was no one there. I kept reassuring her, but she kept pointing and saying, there. She was petrified. She said CCTV had also captured weird white mist, dust. By the Empire State Building table, the family captured the strange orbs floating, dust, above the tables at 2 a.m. on September 27th. Maddie's sister, Victoria Burden, 36, who lives above the restaurant, said, it normally sounds like a busy bar, but when we check the cameras, it's all dark and locked up. I like to think in general the building has a friendly feel, but more recently this area has been more active. Friends of mine recently sat at that table, and after a while they asked me if this place was haunted. My husband said he had seen her wine glass move across the table on its own when her back was turned. She later joked that a ghost had tried to steal her Prosecco.
Oh, shit.
But she didn't think the ghost have any nasty surprises in store for the customers. She's quoted in saying, we feel that any ghost here must be former drinkers from another time and not out to hurt anybody, as we've had nothing sinister happen, she added. All right. So we got a bar with a bunch of dust going around and people think it's haunted.
Right. Well, in the video, the chair does move on its own. So I'm not really...
Can we play the video?
No, because I have it on lock, okay? Daily Star stole it, and I'm not able to access that.
You're not able to steal it as well.
Right. I'd like to keep us going for a little bit longer. But
yeah.
what I got from that article is that I'm going to become a Prosecco man.
Really?
You know, I'm just going to go strictly Prosecco.
Okay.
And I don't even know what that is. So
It's just like a sparkling wine, which I think is basically
Oh,
like
it sounds delicious.
it's like I think it's like sweeter than champagne.
I don't know. I like champagne.
I'll buy you a bottle of prosecco for New Year's.
Okay, done and done.
Okay, great. All right, this next story is
Let's
actually
let's pep through this one. We're almost done, dude. Time is almost
yeah,
up.
it's all right. It's all right. We're good. We're good. Uh, historic log cabin. This is from Fox 2 Now, St. Louis. Historic
Yeah, this
log
is
cabin
sad.
goes up in flames. Investigators suspect arson.
Mm.
Fire officials said an arsonist has been causing serious problems in southeast Missouri by targeting old and historic buildings. Why, man?
Yeah, what a
Why?
fucking asshole, dude.
Get a hobby. What the fuck? It happened in and near.
I feel you.
Uh, it happened in and near Marquand, Missouri, which is about 100 miles south of St. Louis. The crime scene tape was still in place under an old log cabin in the city park. The cabin is the community's pride and joy. Very old, very historic. It appeared somebody set the building as well as a nearby church on fire and on purpose. The log cabin was built in the late 1800s and it went up in flames early Thursday morning. The cabin was owned by one of the original families to settle in Marquand. It bothers me. This is a quote from Lisa Bromer. It bothers me. I just don't know who would do something like that. An asshole.
Yeah,
Early
man. Like,
Saturday morning, the
hey,
old Buckhorn Church just outside of Marquand burns. The church had not been used in years. Residents said it's about a century old. There were similarities between the church fire and the log cabin blaze. So basically, this is an old historic church, and some idiot set it on fire, which is upsetting because a lot of the buildings that we have static cams in are also old, and we would be highly pissed if somebody set them on fire
yeah,
as
man.
well.
Think about it. This building has survived all odds to continue to exist, and then
Yeah,
some jerk off sets it on fire. You know what I mean? I don't get it.
I don't get it. All right.